Hi, this is Krystyna. My husband and I teach Bradley Method, and our website is Sweet Pea Births. Welcome to our first video log. Today we're going to talk about changing locations when you're in labor. If you are planning on changing locations when you are in labor, we're going to give you 4 different ideas of things you can do to make that transfer a little bit smoother. Sometimes couples have a planned transfer where they know they're going to give birth to in the hospital. Other times, if you're having a home birth and maybe you and your midwife make the decision that you need a little more observation and you're going to move to the hospital, as long as it's a non-emergent or there's no emergency, you have time and you're going to transfer, we encourage you to take our warm bath or shower before you move. Something about the water just helps mom relax and keep her in a very relaxed state so you don't add any adrenaline into the body, because once you add adrenaline, it shuts down the oxytocin that she's making. It's helping make her labor progress. So we want to keep bathing the body in oxytocin, so a warm bath or shower just helps maintain that state of relaxation she's in so that you don't have a regression in labor when you move to the hospital setting. Another thing we encourage people to do is to prepare the car before you go. Coaches, this message is for you. It's really hard to get a woman who's focused inward and working hard, working intensely in her labor to move because she's comfortable where she is. So when it's time to move, all you need to do is, we want you to be able to say, the car is ready, all I need you to do is get in and we'll go. So do whatever you need to do before it's time to get the car packed, get her a sip of water, cool cloth, whatever you have that's comforting her, get all that ready and then tell her it's time to go. The other thing we encourage you to consider is having someone else besides the coach drive the car. So if there's a neighbor or mom or mother-in-law who's willing to drive the couple to the hospital so that the coach can just keep encouraging mom and helping her through those contractions. Or the other option, if that's not a possibility, is maybe if you're hiring a doula, is to make arrangements for the doula to go with you to the hospital. So when you're doing your prenatal visits with her, talk to her about, how can we make it possible for you to go to the hospital with us, so there's always somebody there with mom coaching her, reassuring her, and keeping her working well in labor. And our other idea for you is it's kind of a practical one, drive slowly, observing all traffic signals. So again, your labor, mom is going to be working hard, she's going to be intense, she may be experiencing contractions very close together at this point. So we encourage you to have a couple of different routes in mind. So whether if there happens to be construction on your normal route, or if you're run into rush hour traffic, what are other ways you can get to your birthplace without jarring mom or causing her other stress. Now, when do you go? Most care providers will tell you something called a 4-1-1 or a 5-1-1 rule. And what that means is, you have contractions 4 to 5 minutes apart, they're lasting a minute, and you've had that pattern established already for an hour. Usually when that is true, you can go to the hospital, and that means you're probably going to stay there until the baby's born because you're in active enough labor. And then our last little idea for you, as far as knowing when to go, this is when I tell our coaches, is if you are going to take a picture of mom before you leave, if you get a smile or wait a minute, I need to do my hair or makeup, she's clearly not in an advanced enough stage of labor in most cases. If you go to take that picture and she growls at you or says, come on, let's just go, it's time to go, that is usually a mom who's far enough in labor where she's not even, she's starting to lose some of her modesty and just wants to get to the business at hand. So again, we encourage you to do everything you can to make the transfer smooth. So when you go to the hospital, you're in advanced labor and you just finish your labor in the hospital and welcome your baby. So thanks for watching our first video. We hope you'll be back for more.